Hi, welcome to Virtual Open House. My name is Gretchen Martin and I am presenting for Ms. Backstrom in her leave period. So welcome to Biology. If you have questions, we have a long-term sub, Mike Chernick, who has done a great job for us for many other long-term sub positions. He is an engineer by trade and understands science very well. His email address is chernickm@fultonschools.org. So if you need to contact him during this time, that would be the email to use. If this changes, a message will be sent out through Infinite Campus and an announcement will be added on the team's general post. I know that there's been a little bit of trouble of where to find assignments, and so hopefully they're starting to figure out where to find things. I've tried to reorganize them for the students so it's easier to find. So they'll go into Teams, go to the current unit channel. Currently we're under Unit 2 Ecology, and then they'll go to the Files tab, to the current week, like this week is week 3, next week it'll say week 4, and then go to the current day. So if it's Monday, click on the Monday one, Tuesday, etc. And all the files that they need for that day will be in that location. Weekly lesson plans are in a channel in Teams underneath the other channels that are listed there. The biology textbook is found through ClassLink. There's a Savas Easy Bridge icon that they click on, and then once they open that, they'll choose the Miller and Levine biology textbook. We did a textbook hunt, scavenger hunt. I'm not sure how well they did with that. So the next time we use the online textbook, we'll make sure that all the students are able to get on the computer, and I'll make sure Mr. Chernick is aware of that. How can your students do well in biology? My suggestion and what I've learned from doing virtual learning this year is to download or print the notes and worksheets before coming to class. So the night before, go into that folder and open up, or the period before, or at some point before you get into class, because the biggest problem I've seen is that students are trying to open it while we're trying to fill it in, and the class is short when we have to wait for students to do that. So basically what I've started doing is having the students write on notebook paper if their files are spinning and spinning. But if they've opened it and they have a folder on their desktop where all their downloads are in and they're ready to go, that way they don't have to wait on Teams if there's an issue with Teams. So the stack of notebook paper and something to write with is a great resource to have next to them as they're working. If they keep their notes and assignments organized for each unit, then it'll be easy when it comes time to review for the test. The review will be given the week before the test, and we will go through any questions on the review before we have the summative the day before the summative. My suggestion is, in order to be organized for the summative, because we realize that these are open note tests at this point, so that way they can highlight the information in the notes that pertain to that topic, and the reviews will be very basic with just the subject or content area that they need to understand, and so they would find that area in their notes and either highlight it or tab it, so they can find things easily, or organize it in a chart or some other way that makes sense for how they learn things. Note cards are also another great idea for preparing for the test. Our first summative assessment, which is our first test, is going to be covering just the ecology material. We will have a graphing question or a question about the experimental design, which is what the first 2 weeks were about. But the graphs will be reading charts and graphs, and students typically do very well on those questions. And it's just great practice for the whole year in case we do end up having an end of course test. The review, like I said, will be given on the 11th for our test that's on the 18th. So hopefully your student's going to have a great year in biology now that we're going strong in our ecology unit. Please encourage your student to ask questions during the live lessons or send Mr. Chernick an email with any questions. They also can come to my help sessions during office hours as well, and Mr. Chernick will also have office hours. Thank you so much for your patience and flexibility, and please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns. Thank you for coming tonight.